Okay, so with this video, I'll be going over WordPress, which is what we use for our websites. It is in the process of being changed, so some stuff could change as we upgrade. However, it's probably still gonna, I'm assuming it's still gonna be kind of similar, just the format will be different, and that will just need to be played with as it comes. But as of right now, let me go ahead and help you navigate. So this is going to be our dashboard on our WordPress, and you can see at a glance kind of what's going on, how many registrants we have, comments, posts, how many pages, and how many events we currently have. I can go down to pages just to give you an idea of what pages looks like. This is going to be everything from our home page, which is the front page, to our sponsor page, to our contact us page, mentorship page, meet the team, join. You can see all of these here. If you ever need to edit content on a page, it's super simple. You just click on whatever page you're wanting to edit. So I'm going to click on home, and let me hit edit. All right, so you can see here, it's loading. There it goes. We have our content here, and anything I needed to edit is, here's our bar. It's got all of the editing features up there. Be advised that heading 3 and heading 2 are the two font sizes you need to stick to. Do not do paragraph, do not do heading 1 or anything else. Reason being is because heading 2 and heading 3 look really nice and clean whenever our page is viewed on a phone. So, because most people look at a phone and not the desktop, these are going to be the most ideal headings to use, font sizes to use. You can embed videos, you can add your media, you can have links to other pages, as I have, and you can add different blocks with different pieces of content. So we've got 3 different blocks here: our main one, our sponsors one, and then our latest video stories here. So that is pretty much it as far as editing a page. I'm going to get out of here now and go to, you can kind of play around with these: testimonies, comments, feedback, contact. The one that I use the most out of all of these, unless I'm editing the actual website, is going to be Event Espresso. That is going to be a plugin. That way we have our guests register for our DFW Mid-Cities RIA monthly events. So I'm going to click on or hover over Event Espresso, and here are the options that I can go to if I want to see registrations or events. So in this case, and in most cases, I actually go straight to events. If I want to see all registrants, I can click on all registrants. However, I want to see all of the events in this case, and in most cases. All right, so here are all of the current events that we have. The event that we have coming up this month is May 21st. And if I wanted to, I could go in there and edit it. I already have this one. Let me go ahead and open it actually so you can see. Okay, so I already have this one formatted exactly how I like, all the way down to the text here, being in heading 2. And you can see the sponsors are shared below as well. And they look really, really nice and clean. I already have when tickets, or when the event starts, how many we can bring in, which I just do 1,000 because we really don't have a cap. Sell start time is whenever I post this event, and sell until, I used to do until 7 p.m. because that's an hour after people get in, but I realized people still trickle in even later than that, so I went ahead and just adjusted it to the end time of the event, which is 9 p.m. And I do that for all of these. My venue, currently we are at Fox and Hound, so this is already in here, the venue's added. And all of this information down here, you really don't need to do anything with. Our web design guy can take care of that. On the right-hand side is going to be how we can actually update our event. So you just hit update. You can see here the options. Event registration options, maximum number of tickets allowed per order for this event. We used to have it at 5, so you could register 5 at a time. However, that did not give us a true indication of who all was attending because people would just put random numbers in case they wanted to bring friends. So instead we do 1, that way their friend can register 2, because we also need friends' email address that we can market out to that friend later, as well as the person who initially wanted to register. So I like to keep that at 1, and everybody needs to register. It's a really simple process, so why not? Let me go down. Here are some tags that we currently have. With every event, I just try to add more and more tags that are relevant. So for this one, I've got the Optimal Financial Group, and that's been added to this. With every event, I just include more and more and more, even if it doesn't necessarily. So for example, we have, let me see, we have Shell Shack because that was the old venue we had used to host at, and we no longer go there. However, if people are looking for us, they might look up Shell Shack, so we might as well add that. Okay, so scrolling down further, you can see we have the MailChimp plugin. So it is connected to the Event Espresso. That way we can see what is going on in MailChimp, as well as get those addresses, email addresses, to be able to send email blast out. So that is already set up. You won't need to do anything with that. That again is our web design guy, Joe Aguilar. Shout out to Joe Aguilar. And if you keep going down, you can see questions right here. We want them to fill out the DFW Mid-Cities RIA registration question form. And then as far as additional registrants, that's going to be their personal information and DFW Mid-Cities RIA registration form. I do like to insert a featured photo. One thing with this is you do have to kind of play around with it to make sure that the size is correct. So after you complete your event, you need to be sure to go and check the live version to make sure that all of the pictures came out correctly, that the text is lined up correctly, because it gets a little funky sometimes. So definitely play with that and make sure that you have the right sized images. And I think that is it for navigating WordPress. WordPress. I think my next video that I'll share with you is how to actually post a new event on WordPress on the website.